Okay, start by measuring the door so you can set up your jig. We need to know if the door handle is 2 3/8 or 2 3/4 over from the edge. Now your door thickness is going to be 1 3/8 or 1 3/4, and we're at 1 3/4. So your jig has 2 offset guides. The numbers right here will show where it's set at. So we're going to pop these out and get them to where we need them. So there's my 2 3/4. And there's my 1 3/4. So now we'll go ahead and clamp this onto the door. Now this is a fiberglass door. Typically you would be putting tape over this before you drill into it, but with this guide it's not necessary. So once we have that clamped on there, go ahead and get your included 2 1/8 inch hole saw bit, and we're going to drill through just until the pilot bit comes out on the other side. As soon as we see that poke out, we're going to tighten that and finish our cut from this side. That's going to prevent this from splintering around. Now we switch to our included 1 inch hole saw bit. And as you can see, we have a perfectly clean hole all the way around, no splintering at all. So now we're going to fit in the deadbolt so that we can trace the pattern to notch out the frame so that this will sit flush. This is best done with a hammer and chisels. Okay, once we have that done, we're ready to get this adjusted and get this installed. You'll notice your bolt is adjustable. By simply twisting it, you can make it 2 3/8 or 2 3/4. I always recommend pilot holes so you don't split the wood. Now if you notice when you go to put your deadbolt on that it's off center, it's because you may have your bolt itself upside down. This little X pattern is going to go towards the bottom. And now we always want to get these screws started by hand so we don't strip them out. Okay, with that all done, test the operation. Nice and smooth. If it seems to be hard coming out, take these 2 screws out, put this together, test the operation, and then put these screws in. Sometimes if you put the screws in first, it kind of twists it in there. Now we have to cut for the bolt to go into the frame. So we're going to measure how far in from the edge of the door to the beginning of the bolt. And I have a 1/2 inch. And then I like to pull the bolt out and either put a piece of tape or mark the door. And then line up our plate. And make sure you're straight. So before we chisel out for the plate, we want to drill the center hole for the bolt itself. I find a 7/8 inch tri-auger bit works the best. And we only have to go 1 inch deep for the bolt. Don't go too far. We have glass in here. So to find the depth, you can't fit a tape measure in here obviously. I just use something for reference. I use the chisel here, marked how far out the bolt comes, and then check our depth here. Okay, once we think we have that deep enough, go ahead and drill your pilot holes. Perfect. And that's all there is to it. If this video helped you out at all, please hit it with a like or subscribe to the channel. A lot more DIY stuff coming. Or check out my Amazon channel at amazon.com/shop/rednecktech for great product reviews on this and many other items around your home. Thanks for watching.